Meta Knight is definitely someone who stands out when compared to other characters in the Kirby universe. While everyone is so colorful, cute, and seemingly innocent, Meta Knight is dark, mysterious, and horrifying under his mask. Oh my gosh! Okay, that last one wasn't true. But Meta Knight really is a unique and fascinating character, and not a lot of people really know a lot about him. So I think it's time we show this little puffball with the sword some love. So sit back, grab your capes, and get comfortable as we talk about the history and life of Meta Knight. Meta Knight made his first appearance in Kirby's Adventure on the NES. Apart from being a minor character and a fun little boss to battle, not much was really known of him at the time, and that's because Meta Knight himself is a very mysterious character. You'll spend a lot of time just trying to figure out who he is and what he wants exactly. His overall design, though, is really cool. He's got a sword, a mask, and bat wings that can act as a cape. That's so awesome! Meta Knight is also the only other puffball that we've seen in this entire universe. This has caused a lot of fan theories as to whether or not Kirby and Meta Knight are related. But getting back on track. Throughout many of the Kirby games, Meta Knight shows up to throw enemies your way to halt your progress. And he also acts as a boss to battle, wanting to fight you. So, going by this, you would naturally assume that he's a villain that needs to be stopped. But there are also a few moments where Meta Knight will help you out, like in Kirby's Adventure when he just gives you an invincibility candy, because he's so kind, I guess. And every single time you fight Meta Knight, he offers you a sword before the battle even begins, to make it fair. So, what's your deal, Meta Knight? Are you good? Are you bad? Well, he's a little bit of both. Meta Knight was one of the first video game characters to teach us about the concept of an anti-hero. An anti-hero is basically a hero who lacks conventional heroic attributes. Basically, he's good, but not necessarily a goody-good Boy Scout. As his name implies, Meta Knight is a knight, and thus follows a strong code of chivalry and honor, thus always offering Kirby a sword before their fight. In the game Meta Knightmare Ultra, he is shown trying to become the greatest warrior in the galaxy, and doing whatever it takes, showing that he has pride in his strength and skill, and continually wishes to become stronger. The greatest swordsman ever! He's definitely got some competition, though. As for Meta Knight's intentions, however, who knows? He's the wild card in the franchise. You can never predict what he's gonna do next. In Kirby Superstar, there was a subgame called Revenge of Meta Knight. It was Meta Knight's first major role in the Kirby franchise, acting as the villain. He wants to take over Dreamland. Why? Well, as it turns out, he's sick of everyone's lazy lifestyle all throughout the land, and decides to take it over. Geez, that's pretty drastic. So, in a way, he's kind of like Sportacus, just more extreme. And there's a reference you probably didn't think I knew. But believe me, I know. Things are upside down here in Lazy Town. Adventure's just a moment away. And in the anime, he just wants to fight Kirby because swordsmen like a challenge and they like fighting, I don't know. But on the other side of the spectrum, in Kirby Squeak Squad, Meta Knight steals a chest that contains a delicious strawberry shortcake for Kirby and escapes with it, leading us to believe that Meta Knight is once again the bad guy. But as it turns out, the chest didn't actually have a strawberry shortcake, but instead contained the Lord of Darkness. That's a pretty big mix-up. And he was just trying to keep everyone safe. And in Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, Meta Knight senses danger lurking in Dreamland and decides to investigate and stop it on his own. It's a part of that knight's code of honor. And hey, sometimes Meta Knight is just all on board to join Kirby and fight off the forces of evil. Although most of the time, he prefers to be alone and maybe read a nice book. So, who is Meta Knight exactly? Simply put, Meta Knight is someone who shows you that the world isn't as black and white as you might think. Being good doesn't necessarily make you a hero, and doing bad doesn't necessarily mean you're a villain. The world isn't black and white. It's more of a gray, a nice blend of the two. As a kid, he makes you question the concept of good, evil, and the fine balance in between that most of us fall under. No one is perfect, and in a weird way, that's exactly what makes you perfect.